Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. Today's workout is going to be tank top arms and bikini bottoms. Where I live, we've just been cleared to go outside and in the state parks and the town parks starting tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's going to rain, so this workout can be done inside. But it shows that soon we're going to be able to be outside. The weather's getting a little warmer. We're going to be shedding some clothes, and our arms and our legs are going to get exposure out into the beautiful world. So this is the workout that's going to get you ready. I'm splitting it up into 2 sessions. We're going to do legs, and then we're going to do arms. So if you would like to just do arms one day, do half the workout. If you want to do legs one day, do that part. If you want to do full body, you could do it. I'm going to add bonus abs at the end because, you know, they're abs. Who doesn't want abs? I'm going to start with the legs first because they recruit the larger muscle groups. And by recruiting the larger muscle groups and lifting the body weight up and down, it does tend to bring the heart rate up a little bit and break a sweat a little bit more. And you always kind of want to warm up and break a sweat so that you keep those ligaments and those joints safe. You want to kind of lubricate them. So for today's class, you're going to need some dumbbells. I have different sets because the biceps are stronger than the triceps, which are stronger than the shoulders, and the legs are stronger than both. And also you might get fatigued, so you could go back and forth. You could also use cans of food, water bottles, laundry detergent bottles, or even create your own resistance as well if you do not have weights. A mat would also be good because I said we're going to do the ab session, and also anytime you need to grab a chair if you need that for stability. So just make sure that you have all these things to help you get the best workout for your body. So we're going to start out with the legs a little wider than hip distance. Roll the shoulders back, slide them down the rib cage, draw the belly button in, and the tailbone is tucked under. And we're just going to reach up and down. Like I said, we're just going to warm it up a little bit. Raising it up. Every time your arms are up overhead, it's 20% perceived more exertion, so it does get the heart rate up a little bit. You're working on the calves, you're working on the shoulders now, working on the core. You could always do this one leg at a time, shifting weight. You could hold on to that chair if you need to. And now we're going to sit it back into that squat, wing the arms back, put all the weight back into the heels. I like to wing my arms backwards because I am just round shouldered by nature, and it gets worse with everyday life. So if I could wing my arms backwards, I get the rear deltoids kind of counterbalance that round shoulder. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs a little bit wider, roll the shoulders back and down, and just sweep them around to get used to warming up for those arms. And you could add a little bit of a squat, raising the heart rate up a little bit by lifting and lowering that body weight. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reach it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll the shoulders back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs together and just pedal them out while you move the arms. So this could actually be just an exercise in itself. Like I said, shoulders tend to be one of the weaker of the muscles, and this can be a very big challenge for you. And you could do this without actually having any weights. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to start out with a nice squat. And you can pick weights or no weights. Again, it's your choice. Legs are hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back and down. You can have the dumbbells at your side. Some people prefer to have them up on the shoulders. So let's go. You're sitting the butt back like it's trying to touch a chair or the wall, and you're bringing it up. Bring it back. Press through the heels. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Exhale and you lift up. That's the exertion. You push it back and you lift it up. You push it back and you lift it up. And you're breathing the whole time, working the core, working the hamstrings, working the glutes. If you really press through the heels, you'll really feel the hamstrings and the glutes fire up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to have the legs out nice and wide, so that's now in the plie squat. You could hold the dumbbells here, or you could even hold them down here. Roll the shoulders back and down, and bring it down. You're pulling the legs in towards a midline, you're sliding down a wall, toes and knees face outwards, belly button is to the spine, tailbone is down. So in this particular move, you're not sticking your butt back. In order to get that inner thigh, the adductor, you need to have straight back. Give me 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing one leg forward and one leg back, we're going into the static lunge. Now the good thing about this is you could hold one dumbbell only with the front leg and use the other dumbbell on a chair if you need to, or you can hold both dumbbells, or you can have no dumbbells. I'm going sideways because I want you to see that my knee is over my ankle, and my shoulders are low back, and my tailbone is tucked under. And straight down, and straight up. Straight down, and straight up. You're keeping the chest lifted, you're pressing through the heel, the belly button is to the spine, and you're exhaling on the lift. Always exhale on the exertion of the move. Keep breathing, keep pushing. Nicely done. And you've got 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to swap out legs. So this time I'm going to face you, face the other side. Actually, I'm going to go this way first. Roll the shoulders back, slide them down, bring the legs very far so that knee is over the ankle. And if this is bothering you, dumbbells can be here, and bring it down, press through the heel. And if you are using that chair, you're just holding the dumbbell in this one arm, you're using the other arm to place on a chair to give you that nice support that you need, so you just have to focus on the legs and keep that form proper without worrying about tipping to one side or the other. You have 8 more. You can also put the dumbbell right on your legs if you want. See the difference. See how that feels for you. It's always an option. There's always ways to slightly move things and change things up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it to center. Roll the shoulders back and down. And now we're going to bring the right leg, back and the left leg forward into that curtsy. This gets the outer thigh. And look, my hips are facing front. We're going to want to go this way and twist. Really take that right hip, push it towards me to feel it all along here. Dumbbells here or here, and heel is up of the back leg all the way to the heel of the front leg. Press it and bring it up, and down, and bring it up. And again, if you need to hold on to a chair, hold on to a chair with one arm. Just think about it. You do not need weights when you're doing this move. Think about what you're lifting. You're lifting your body weight. You're lifting that body weight. You don't need any weights at all to get a wonderful impact and positive muscle reinforcement through this move. No weights are required. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to go to the other side. You can keep the dumbbells here, or you can bring them down to the side. Again, have your hips facing me. Check the dumbbells. It's kind of like headlights. All the weight's in the front heel. The back heel is nice and raised. Chest is lifted, belly button to spine. Bring it down and up. Press through that front heel. Keep the core engaged. Exhale on the lift. Chest is open, shoulders are back. And you're breathing the whole time, in and out. Let the breath help you through the movement. Nice. And give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, we're going to bring it back to center, and we're going back to those squats. So roll the shoulders back and down, chest is nice and lifted, belly buttons to the spine, and this time we're going to add a little bit at the end. So down, 2, up, 2, and bring it. Down, 2, 1 inch, and bring it. Down, 2, lift it an inch, and lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, and lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down, 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. You got it. Come on, down. 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down. 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Down. 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Give me 2 more. Down. 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. 1 more. Down. 2, lift it an inch, lower, and bring it up. Awesome. All right. Bring the legs out wide. And now lift the right heel, toes and legs out, and bring it down, and up, and down, and up. So we're still working the inner thigh, but this time around, we're adding that heel lift, so that's engaging the calf. And breathe, breathe, nice. Breathe, and breathe. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right heel, lift the left heel, maybe adjust if you need to, and bring it down again. Make sure that chest is nice and lifted, the tailbone is towards the earth, and the belly button is to the spine. And breathe, meaning inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. You follow that breath. Give me 1 more set at 8. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Okay, we're going to go back to those curtsies, but this time we're going to go alternate the curtsies. So bring it over and center, and over and center. A little bit more cardio here, a little bit more challenging for the balance. If you need to face the chair and have both hands holding the chair so that you could do this, please do. If I'm going too quickly for you, then go at your own pace. Make sure the chest is lifted, the belly button is to the spine, and the hips, try to keep them facing forward. I know it's going to be a challenge, but you'll try to do so. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding on to one dumbbell, we're going to go forward with a lunge. So we're going to step forward and push off the heel and bring it back, and then step forward and push off the heel and bring it back. If you do not feel comfortable doing this, even holding on to that chair, go back to the split lunge, and I'll tell you when to switch legs. Okay? Roll the shoulders back and down, deep breath in, and let's go. Make sure the knee doesn't pass the toe. So it's still that 2-part move. You're stepping, you're lowering, you're pushing off the heel. Step, lower, push 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 out the heel, lower, push out the heel. 2 more if you're doing one leg. Now switch legs. Otherwise, stay with alternate. Step lower, push off the heel. Step lower, push off the heel. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. Grab the dumbbell again. Roll the shoulders back and down. Go back to squats. And this time, it's going to be a 4 count intervals. 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, and lift it all the way. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, over here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure all the weight's in the heels to protect those knees, and lift it up. Go down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through the heels, chest is lifted, belly button to the spine. Don't arch that back, and lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift it up. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift it up. We're going to sumo squats. 1 dumbbell, no dumbbells, 2 dumbbells. We're combining that plie, which we did, but then on the way up, you're adding that oblique. Roll the shoulders back and down, belly button to the spine, alternating legs. Start with the right. So bring it and lift, and down, and lift, and down, and lift, and down, and lift. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time around, we're going to step it back into that reverse lunge, or you're going back to that static lunge. Use a chair if you need to. Roll the shoulders back and down. Start with the right leg. Step it back and bring it forward. Step it back and bring it forward. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Belly button to the spine. Press through the heel now on the way up. And keep breathing. Exhale now. Nice. For 8, or how about 10 more? There we go, now I'm ready. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, put the dumbbells down, and we are going to bring it down onto the ground. So I'm going to add the abs after each section in case you're only doing legs, and then only doing the arms, so you can have the abs on both sections. So first things first, with a dumbbell or without the dumbbell, you're going to take one of the dumbbells, place it right in the crook by the knees, wrists are on the ground, right underneath the elbows, knees are underneath hips. Push away from the earth. Be nice and light. Throw the belly button in, look forward, and then bring it up for hamstrings and glutes. And breathe. Push away. Keep that foot flexed, and press with the heel on the lift. Now again, you don't need to use a dumbbell. You could do this without any dumbbells at all. Just make sure the heel is, the foot is flexed and you're pressing through that heel. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remove the dumbbell, but stay in this position, still working the same leg that you were working, and then flex the foot and bring it up 500s for outside. Bring it up. Bring it. Now make sure you're pushing through both hands equally. Don't lean into the opposite hand. Keeping those hips squared off and parallel to the ground. The belly button is drawn in. The neck is extended through the spine, and you're breathing when you lift up that leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you're going to swap out legs. Taking the dumbbell, place it behind the crook of the other leg. Hands are underneath shoulders. Push away from the earth. Don't collapse. In, draw the belly button in. Lift the leg up, flex the foot, and lift it up. And press through the heel. Lift and lift. I'll go sideways so you can see me. Push, push. Keep that head nice and extended and long so you don't collapse in the shoulders. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can remove the dumbbell, or if you don't have a dumbbell, don't worry about it. Keeping the legs parallel, foot is flexed, bring it up to the side. And really try to keep those shoulders squared off, meaning parallel to the ground, and try to keep the hips parallel to the ground. And breathe when you lift up. Extend through the crown of the head, towards me, or wherever you're facing, towards the far wall, to get that nice, beautiful spinal extension. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Round out the back a little bit. And release. And we're going to go into the core, but it's also going to work the legs. So we're going to do bird dogs. I'll kind of go a little bit catty corner. You're going to take your right leg, extend it out, foot is nice and flexed, and push this hip down. Don't let it ride up. Push it down. Your level 1 is just bringing the knee to the nose. Your level 2 is opposite arm, opposite elbow. So bring it in and extend and squeeze and extend and squeeze and extend. Really draw that belly button in. Really crunch and work those abs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to go to the other side. So remember, just extend the leg, bring the knee to nose, or add in the arm. Reach and crunch, and reach and draw the belly button. For 8, and squeeze. 7, and squeeze. 6, and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it up on the toes. If this is bothering your knees, roll the mat up, protect the knees, grab one dumbbell, legs are out, and reach. And reach to get those obliques. And breathe. You're also getting that beautiful extension on the side that doesn't have the dumbbell. Draw the belly button in. The tailbone is tucked under. Breathe. Again, keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, you know what, I changed my mind. I think we could do some more. How about 6? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and swap it out. Reach. And make sure that tailbone is, and the pelvic tilt is happening. So the tailbone is pushing down towards the ground, and you're really going to feel a lot of release on that lower back if you do that. Otherwise, you're going to arch your back, and it's going to have a lot of discomfort because you're going to be collapsing into that lower lumbar. You need to draw the belly button back as far as you can into the spine to protect that spine and really work the core. Give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to start on our arms. I'm going to move the mat to the side. Probably going to use it in a little bit. Then I'm going to move it to the side. So we're going to start out with biceps, which tends to be stronger muscle group. So this particular move that we're going to do, this workout, is going to be a push-pull. We're going to alternate from bis to tris. Pull, you're pulling, and pushing is the tris. So rather than wait around to rest in between sets, the resting is by the opposing muscle group working. So that's how that works. Legs are out a little wider than hip distance, roll the shoulders back, slide them down, bring the palms up, knees are nice and soft, and bring it up, and lower. Have the arms out slightly in front. Don't touch the knees, don't touch the shoulders. You want to keep that resistance on the bicep the whole time. And breathe, breathe. Nice. Now, if you want to, at this point, I said we were doing uppercuts and abs, but if you want to add a squat in to keep working on the legs, go ahead. I just don't want to mislead people when I said we're just doing abs. I mean, we're just doing arms or we're just doing legs. And breathe. Nice. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to get the other set for triceps because, as I said, triceps are a little bit weaker. One leg is out in front, one leg is out in back. This is merely to support your lower back. When your legs are here, you kind of collapse the back. This is just a staggered stance, supports that lower back. Hinge slightly forward, you're going to get a little bit more of the abs. Keep the elbows high and squeeze and bring it back. To hip, not to waist, not to shoulder, to hip. So let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to swap out legs for the next set of 8. Throw those shoulders back, hinge forward slightly to work the abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Putting those down, I'm going to grab the heavier ones for my biceps, and we're going to go back to biceps. This time the curl is going to be a hammer curl, which means the palms are in, the thumbs are up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep the knees soft to support the back. Palms in, thumbs up, and squeeze. And again, you have those elbows kind of slightly forward just a little bit, just a tad, and you don't touch your shoulders, because once you touch your shoulders, you're resting. So you're not, no rest. You have the rest of the day to rest. But right now, you want to really activate those muscles. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now I'm going to grab, you could stay with that, I'm going to grab the lighter weights. And this time around, it's going to be a little bit more challenging because your knees are going to be bent and you're going to be fighting gravity here. If this is too much, you go back to the other move. Draw it up. Make sure that your back is not arched. Keep it up here by the hips. Squeeze. You're going to see you're fighting gravity. Your back is parallel to the earth, and now your triceps are facing the sky instead of facing at a 45-degree angle. So this is much more challenging because, again, you're fighting that gravity. If it becomes too much for you, stand up and go back to the other move. Give me 8, squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Another way to do this, I should have mentioned this before, you could always use that chair for support, and then you would go opposite, one arm at a time, so you probably have to pause to do the one arm at a time. I'm so sorry I didn't say that first. All right, grab the dumbbells for biceps. Again, your legs are out wide, hip distance. Roll the shoulders back and down, hitting the biceps at a different angle. This time the palms are up, facing outward. Bring the arms out, don't let them touch to keep that resistance, and then squeeze. Stop around 1 inch or 2 away from the shoulders to keep the resistance on the bicep the whole time. Tailbone is tucked under, belly button is to the spine, and you're exhaling on the lift. That's the exertion. And again, keep the knees nice and soft, the tailbone to the ground, make sure you're breathing. If this becomes too much for you, then you alternate arms, so you give one arm a little bit of a rest. Give me 8 more. 8, breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Put it down. Going back to the triceps. Now, here's the tricky part. We're going to try overhead triceps. If you have shoulder issues, then this is going to be too much for you. You have elbow over shoulders, you bring it back, and then you squeeze. If you have shoulder problems, and that's going to bother you, you could go back to this move, or you could change it up by having the palms face forward and bring it back. But just remember not to go here because then you're working on your biceps. Right leg forward, just staggered again to support that lower back. I'll go this way so you can see me. Arms up, palms in, and bring it back, and squeeze. Tailbone is again tucked under, the belly button to the spine. Squeeze, and squeeze. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. And now let's go again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. This is going to work a little bit of the legs and the core. And so we're going to grab a chair. Hopefully you have the chair. Now you don't have to work the chair if you don't want to work the core. But if you don't want to work the core, take your dumbbell, sit on the chair, put it in your right hand, place it against that leg. Keep the chest lifted, use the leg for leverage, and then bring the dumbbell to the shoulder. That's the move. And then don't let it float around, don't swing it around. Firmly crazy glue it to that leg and bring it up over here. Your other option, if you want to work the legs in the core, is to go down in the squat. Let's go, breathe. Keep the chest lifted, you're going to the opposite shoulder. Squeeze. Squeeze. Nice. Make sure to breathe. You're inhaling and you're exhaling the whole time. Nicely done, everybody. And give it to me for 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lift it up. All right, we're switching sides. I'm gonna stay with you for this one because people that don't know right now, I have a double hernia, so I'm really not supposed to be in these low squats, and I pay for it later when I do. But I'm gonna show you. Other arm, hold it here, and then bring it over. And squeeze. You're still, it's called a concentration curl because you're really concentrating on that bicep without kind of using any other body parts to help you. You don't realize it, but if you're just standing, sometimes your legs are engaging, your back's engaging, you have some momentum, and that's also working, coming into play. But this way, you're just pressing that arm against the leg, so you really cannot use that momentum. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you have an option on this chair, or you can stand up. Since we have the chair, this is going to be tougher, so how about we all do this? We're going to see what happens when you use one arm only and you use that chair for stability, and you keep the arm up. Unilateral training, for some reason, is much harder. So let's go, elbows out, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what's really harder? When you forget to lower the dumbbell to lower weight on the tricep and you use the heavier dumbbell. Remember that if you're doing that. Now I have to work my other one. I can't cheat. All right, let's go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. So now you're on the chair. Put it against something that's not going to move. I'm putting mine against the table. You can take the dumbbells and put them behind there. And we're going to do a set of dips. Hands are on the chair, and I will actually move the thing this way, and I'm hoping that it doesn't move. So I'm going to try to brace it with some dumbbells here so it doesn't move. If you do not like dips, your option is to go back to any of the other tricep moves that we did. Your elbows, they don't face sideways, they face backwards. Your chest is nice and lifted. And your option 1 is to keep these knees nice and bent. You bend the elbows and you lift. It's not a pelvic thrust, although that's a really good move, but it's not for triceps. It's down and up. The straighter your legs are, the more of a challenge this move is. And if you have one leg up and one leg down, it's even more of a challenge, but it's also tough for me for my hernia, so I'm not going to do it. So breathe and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, beautiful. Okay, kind of stretch it out. Stretch it out. Move this off to the side. You might need it in a little bit. Grab your lightest set of dumbbells, or just even a lighter set. We're going to work on the shoulders right now, and mine tend to be very weak, but so I'm using light weights, but pick whatever weight works for you. That's perfect. All right, legs a little wider in the distance. Roll the shoulders back and down. Bring them up, squeeze, have your elbows in line with your shoulders, and then just lift up an inch or two. Squeeze, 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 and breathe. The belly bends to the spine, keep the chest lifted, and try to get the shoulders and elbows in line. And try not to let the elbows come in front of the shoulders for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms out, knees bent, toes are better. You could do this sitting on a chair too. Why not? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Sitting on your chair is always good. Roll the shoulders back and down. Don't let them go by their ears. I know you think you can't, but they can. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to use some dumbbells now, not the heaviest, and I'm going to be doing upright rows. My legs are a little wider than hip distance, roll my shoulders back and down. You can use a light weight, and that's fine. Lead with the elbows, and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. Lead with the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Bring it up and back. Beautiful. Breathe. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Nice. All right, we got one more set. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to grab the lightest set I have because I really want to work the rear deltoids a lot with this one. And I really want to work the rotator cuff, and I'm going to keep constant movement on the shoulders, and again, I have weak shoulders. So, flat back, reach it back, bring the arms out, don't round the back, try to keep it flat, extend to the ground, and fly, reverse fly, squeeze. You want to keep the elbows soft, you're not locking them out, squeeze that shoulder blade back behind you, as if I had a tennis ball between your shoulder blades, and you're trying to trap it. It's a great posture move to counterbalance round shoulder because you're trying to strengthen and contract the rear deltoids to prevent that round shoulder. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to bring this down, and we're going to go into abs and shoulders, and a little bit of arms. So bring the mat down, grab that really light set of weight that you had, and bring it to the ground. Okay. So, you're light on the shoulder here, and you're bringing it up into a side plank. So you're in the supported side plank. Bottom leg is here. Lift up, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. And then we're just going to hold it up there. You could be in a modified plank or a full plank. And then just rotate for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. And we're going to go over to the other side. So shoulders under, elbows underneath shoulder, bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, belly button is to the spine. Lift it up to work those obliques. Arms up overhead for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower it down. And you could be in the modified, Oops. Or you can be in the full side plank and rotator cuff for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, lift the hips up high, 4, don't collapse in the arm, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, then bring it down. Grab one dumbbell, whatever dumbbell you would like, it doesn't really matter. You could have no dumbbells. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the legs up. If this is not in your practice, you can always keep the legs bent. Arms up over shoulders, belly buttons to the spine, legs up, and then just reach up. Keep the belly button to the spine, exhale and lift. Try to reach those toes and breathe for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Butterfly the legs, put the soles of the feet together, let them roll down, place the dumbbell on the chest. If you want a little bit more challenge, place it on the forehead. Build in side crunch up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and put the dumbbell down. Reach around, grab opposite elbows, elbow is down to the ground, shoulders are back. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale. Interlace the hands, place them an inch underneath one leg. Roll the shoulders back. And now push the tailbone down to the ground. Flex the foot of the extended leg and squeeze. And then swap it out. Pull that one leg into the shoulder, flex the extended leg, squeeze that leg into the chest. And then release it. Bring the legs down. Grab both dumbbells, heavy or light, whichever you want to use. I'm trying to find equal dumbbells here. Place the dumbbells on the hips. Remember I was talking about that hip thrust before? Here we go. Knees and toes face forward. This works the core, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Up and down. Now, since this is supposed to technically be the arm part, bring the arms down and lift up for a chest press. So here we go. So this is everything coming together. It's arms and legs. You're working the chest and the arms and the triceps. Bring it up, or you could just keep the dumbbells here for the core. So whatever you'd like to do. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Hug both legs in. Roll it up. Face me. Bring your right leg in and your left leg out. Get the fleshy part away from your thighs so that your sit bones can be where they need to be. Take your left hand, put it behind your back, and kicks down, lift it up. Reach up to the sky, take a deep breath in, and push into the stretch. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. If you want to now, you could hold on to the foot, and you could go into that stretch. Just release yourself into it. And roll it up, place the forearm down, reach behind, push the hip forward for a quadricep hip flexor stretch, or go deeper by grabbing that shin. Roll the shoulder, top shoulder back and down, get that nice stretch. And then release, you're going to swap out legs. Right leg is out, left leg is in, get the fleshy part away, Take your right hand, put it behind and kickstand, lift up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, push the right arm forward so you get deep into that stretch. You could stay pushing or you could release. And then roll it up. Release your hand down. Bend that leg, push the hip forward, reach back, and push the hip forward. Chest is nice and lifted. Roll this top shoulder back and down. And then release. Bring the legs out. Wide to the inner thigh. Roll the shoulder back and down. Interlace the hands behind the back and open up the chest. Really open up the chest. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Get the triceps stretched out. Roll it back. And then release. Lift it up. Other tricep, bring it back. And then release. Kickstand, lift up. Push forward. Walk the hands out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, walk it up. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring legs in one more time. And exhale. You guys were awesome. Thank you for joining me. And maybe I'll see you another time. Please visit. Leave any comments if you like it and subscribe if you like it. Tell your friends.